Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to show you another Zelos from my collection, probably one of my favorites of this lineup, the Mako V3 Titanium with the Burgundy dial. Quick check of the specs, we're talking about a 40mm dive watch, 20mm lug width, 46mm lug to lug, 11.5 millimeters high, not including that crystal, that sapphire dome crystal, 300 meters water resistance, and a hardened coating on the titanium that reaches 1,200 Vickers, which is probably one of the coolest things here. It just basically makes the watch pretty much scratch resistant. It's not going to make you bulletproof, but for example here on the clasp, you can see that I've been using this watch heavily and you can barely see any marks. And for anybody that has a watch, then you know exactly how it goes on this one. That's pretty much it when it comes to talking about the specs. But when we're talking about Mako and about Zelos, again, if you don't know, Zelos is a micro brand from Singapore, probably the most popular micro brand, maybe close with Christopher Ward. Very famous because they do extremely cool watches at a reasonable price, and they are very original. Now, the Mako is one of the staples in the collection. I don't even know how many different iterations they've had, and I've actually had a bunch. I had the vintage black, also in titanium. I've had in stainless steel the one with the venturine. I've also had the one with the teal dial. I've had one of the early versions. It's just a very nice diver. It's one of the most classic ones that you can get with Zelos, but still it is original enough that it's going to make a difference, and nobody's going to mix it up with any of the famous diver watches in the market. A cool thing about this one, when it comes to the finishing of the case and the bracelet, is not only that hardness coating, which again is awesome, but also how it has been kept very subdued with the brushing. Vertical brushing everywhere, almost satin finish. But you see like the little details, which I'm told that it's hard to do in titanium, of the high polish on the bevels, and also here on this half crown guard that the Mako is very, very distinguishable. It just gives the watch a little bit more extra oomph. It just makes it a little bit more refined, and I think that it's a total win when it comes to the design team at Zelos. The back case, it's just a diver. We're not going to see the movement here, which is a Miyota 1915, if I'm not mistaken, 28K BPH. And you see there the little big fish. Zelos Mako limited edition, as pretty much everything in the micro world and with Zelos, but it's up to 400 of them. So these ones can reasonably come into the market. This one is a very popular color, so I haven't seen it pop up very often. So as soon as I saw one, I knew that I had to jump into it. And it's easy to see why they don't sell them so often. Like that dial, the camera doesn't really capture it, but it has such a depth, it has such a richness in color. It's like a little splash of wine. Like, my nickname for this one is the Malbec. But you see it there. You see how it flows almost in a silky way. And if you have those two different sources of light, it even has like that little helix going on of four things going one way back and forth. Now, also when it comes to lume, Zelos, as always, doesn't disappoint. Let me charge this one very quickly so you can see it. But this is no surprise to anyone. Even now, you're already seeing that this thing just pops, literally pops. Also the sign crown, I haven't loomed it up yet. Let me just do that very quickly as well. This one in particular had a little thing going on there that you can see that it lost a flake, but oh well, not everything can be perfect. And to be honest, I don't really use the lume for anything. Now, there are some things that I'm not crazy about the Mako. And by the way, I do like the detail that the second hand is with BGW9 and not with C3 Superluminova. It's just, I like those little details. And what I am not crazy about this watch is that for some reason yeah, the fact that I've had so many of them means that it hasn't really won me over 100% all the time. I always think that, oh, yeah, this is going to be the one. And I'm feeling that way with this one. So maybe this will be the one. But I don't know. There's just something about the divers. I mean, if you look at my videos, you realize that I am not so big on divers. So maybe that's the case because you can't really fault them for anything. Like the dial is beautiful. The chapter ring is also very nice. It has a thing that I really like, and that is that the chapter ring is above the dial and not below the dial. The date wheel is color matched. It's just a very dynamic dial. It's just very nice. It also has, by the way, I haven't mentioned this one, the on-the-fly micro adjustment system from Zelos, which is just also a joy to use if you're just, yeah, need that little extra mini adjustment during the day as your wrist expands or contracts. But I don't know. I mean, if I can point to something that I do know I'm not crazy about, is how skinny the hands are. In some models like this one or the vintage black especially, it works better. It just gives you the appearance that they're a little bit thicker, but not in all of them. In some of them, I do kind of feel like the hands get a little bit washed away. But yeah, that's just the way it is. Let's see how it looks on the wrist. By the way, today I'm wearing my Zelos, another one, Aurora Damascus mod. I'm going to make a video about that one soon. But this one looks like this in my 6.5 or 16.5 centimeter. Okay, so 6.5 inch wrist or 16.5 centimeter wrist. So as you can see, it's a very nice fit. It's a very nice, yeah, real estate that it occupies there. It's very sporty. It's not one of these dinner plates on your wrist, but nevertheless, it is not dainty by all means. I do believe that for me, the sweet spot is for sure between 39 and 40, actually between 38 and 41 millimeters maybe. Then quick release straps. I'm just going to show you that very quickly because if there is one thing that I'm never going to agree with, never say never, but pretty sure about it, is that divers are not made to be used on a strap. So I'm not even going to bother you showing you any leather strap. The only exception is bronze divers with canvas straps or vintage leather straps. But it does look well with the NATO, mostly because those, yeah, straight ends at the end just, yeah, work. I'm not crazy about it. I definitely rather use it on the bracelet, but nevertheless, just so you have an idea of how it works. For the rest, that's pretty much it. This one is a little bit shorter than the other videos that I've done, but yeah, maybe it's because, as I mentioned, I am not so extremely crazy about this watch as I am from other ones. Okay, let's just do this later. But that's it. I hope that you like it, guys. I mean, I can tell you all the other small details that you already know. Like, okay, this is a screw pin system, the quick release, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, a screw down crown, a signed crown, you know, all those type of stuff. Applied indexes if you couldn't tell by the video, but I'm pretty sure that you could tell. So yeah, this is the Zelos Mako Burgundy V3 titanium, or in the other direction, with a ceramic bezel, by the way. And I hope that you like it. Have a beautiful day.